All right, this is the next episode of True Wrestling Fan Discussions, continuing our WCW Clash of the Champions review series. This is going to be Clash of the Champions 28. I'm your host, Mike.
I'm Frank. Let's get into it. There's a lot to cover here. You got some title matches. You got Hogan and Flair, the return bout from Bash at the
Mm.
Beach. You got Steamboat and Austin on the card here tonight. A lot of exciting things happening. You even got Steven Regal challenging the amazing Antonio Inoki in this one. Of course, Regal opens his mouth and. But anyway, here we go. Tony Schiavone, Bobby the Brain Heenan in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, doing this one. Opening bout was actually a non-title match. It was the Nasty Boys versus Pretty Wonderful, and I like during this match, and they do it a few times during the night. You got an irate fan at ringside. It eventually will be the Blacktop Bully.
Mm-hmm.
Will Barry Darso smash, whoever remembers him now. You can hear how he's talking, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
you know who he is.
smash. Like they getting Demolition back together, that would be awesome. But no, it's Blacktop Bully. This match wasn't bad. The way it ended was kind of funny, in my opinion. They have their finishing move, kind of like how Power and Glory did theirs, the
Mm-hmm.
suplex and then the splash off the top rope. Only when Power and Glory did it, they were both on each corner and simultaneously came down. In this event, I don't think Orndorff at his age is going to take that bump ever. But he does the suplex in the center of the ring. Roma comes down, gets the splash. Now, for whatever reason and whatever the referee is doing, and Roma's got the pin, or Orndorff's got the pin all set up, Sags goes off the top rope, hits an elbow drop, and the Nasty Boys get the victory.
Mm-hmm.
So, big mess up for Pretty Wonderful
Mm-hmm.
there. The Nasty Boys get the victory.
I
So,
guess that sets up the Nasty Boys to actually get a title shot, right? I think they get a title shot after this.
mm-hmm. So following that, now Mean Gene interviewed Hulk Hogan, but on his way out, and here we go again, a masked man with a pipe cracks Hogan in the knee.
Damn it.
Yeah, I've seen this before. Just it's just redundant that they do this, but okay, it's fine. It's funny how the guy that did it was able to change so fast. I don't even know. Should we say it now in this one? Because I mean, we've done the episodes where they
Well,
actually got
well, I don't even know who's who.
unmasked.
I don't even know who's who because I don't remember there was two
There
masked
was
men.
two of them. At this
So
point,
at this point,
we didn't know
right,
who it
was
was.
it the? I mean, we didn't know, but was it the Butcher or was it that Arn that did that? I don't know.
This one looked like Butcher
It was probably Butcher. Yeah.
because you could tell Arn Anderson when he the one time he did it when it was in the ring, you could tell that was the physique of
Right.
Arn Anderson. But they took Hogan to the hospital.
Or Brother
Eric Bischoff
Brudai.
went to him.
He wasn't the
Yeah.
Butcher yet. Because
No, he's just Brother Brudai.
remember, they named him the Butcher because he butchered his relationship with Hogan. Jesus Christ. All right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So Hogan's taken out. We don't know if he's going to
Yeah.
defend the title.
No, and Bockwinkel's going to kind of do him wrong. I'll get into that later
Right.
on when he brings his message out. But Eric Bischoff went to the hospital with Hogan to try to get some updates. Hogan's attorney miraculously gets there
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Wow, you got
Beefcake.
somebody on speed dial. You want him there. Now our next bout is for the United States Championship. It is Stone Cold Steve Austin defending. Yes, Stone Cold. Nope, not yet. Stunning Steve Austin, excuse me, versus Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Now, if Austin gets disqualified during this match, he will lose the United States title. Now, this match was really good. Unfortunately, Steamboat suffers a career-ending back injury during this match.
During the match, yeah.
Where we won't see him again wrestle until 2009.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
And even when he came out in 2009 during that Legends 3-on-1 match against Jericho, the next month when he fought Jericho 1-on-1, I honestly still thought he could stick around a little longer because he looked great.
He still looked good, yeah. He still had it, yeah.
But unfortunately, this is another career in 1994 that's getting cut short.
Yeah. And the bump didn't even look that brutal. Like though, he just like Austin was on the top rope, and then he's fighting Steamboat, and he like kind of pushes him down, and he just kind of bumps his back. It looked like he just hit his tailbone. Didn't look that bad, but you can tell he's wincing throughout the rest of that match. To his credit, he still pulled it off because it was still a good match, even though you could see him like he was compromised.
Yeah. But of course, during the match, the only thing they're focusing on is Hulk Hogan.
Oh yeah, the
Excuse me.
hospital. They're like, hey,
Because,
we're getting updated. He's in the ambulance.
yeah, they show during the match they're watching him getting loaded into the ambulance. Then they announce that Sting is flying in from Chicago.
Right. He says he's gonna take his place if he has to, right?
Yeah, and of course, once again, we got the blacktop bully yelling again, from the crowd and whatnot. Now, Austin went for a body slam, but Steamboat countered it, rolled Austin up, and got the pin, and Ricky Steamboat wins the United States title.
Right. You could see it when he lifts the belt up. You could see how he's holding his back. He's not. Something's not right.
Yeah.
It's a shame too. 94, man. I would have loved to have seen a program. Maybe Hogan wouldn't want to work with him. I don't. Who knows with Hogan? Imagine him and Hogan having a program together. Hogan. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
he could have made Hogan look really good. Steamboat could have made Hogan look really good.
Oh
You
yeah.
know.
There were a bunch of possibilities. It's just the man,
Yeah.
in some aspects, just
Yeah.
didn't want to do business with
Yeah.
them. So
So
I
he
don't know.
has to end up relinquishing the belt, and then and Bischoff fired him while he was like recovering
Yeah.
via FedEx.
This is where this is where it starts going downhill for Austin as well, because after this, the next rematch, Austin gets the belt back, finds out that his opponent now is Hacksaw Jim Duggan, gets squashed in 30 seconds,
Squashed. Yeah. And he
gets
loses.
squashed in the rematch,
Yeah.
and that's it.
He
He gets
won
injured. The next time we see him, well, the last time you see him after that is in the U.S. title tournament, where he loses in a match to Savage, and that's it. He's done. He got an injury, and Bischoff fired him. So
it.
this is
Yeah.
the downhill moment for Austin, a guy that was carrying that U.S. title for quite some time.
Yeah. He
Not
wanted
as
to work
long as
with
he
him.
had the TV title, but still.
Hmm. And he wanted to work with Hogan too, and Hogan didn't want to work with him.
I think that would have been pretty good back then too.
Yeah, it would have
Hogan
been.
versus Stunning Steve
Yeah,
Austin.
yeah, absolutely.
So next after that, they were showing Hogan at the hospital, Bischoff giving a report. He goes, I have a report. I have nothing to report. Then why are you even talking,
Yeah.
Bischoff? All you're saying is what happened. We know what happened. We want to know what's going on, what's going to happen next. He ain't got nothing. But the attorney,
Bishop
I'm gonna go talk to Hogan's attorney. Yeah, you do that.
Bishop should he missed his calling in life. He reminds me of a game show host. Does he remind you of
Yes,
a game show host? Yeah.
yes. Well, you remember real quickly. Remember when he had his interview with WWE, and they were like, "Sell me this mop."
All right, yeah, yeah.
I started back this mop. I'm like, dude, just go. Just,
Mhm.
but by this point, they gave you this. You're dead in the water. It's like you're not coming back out from this.
Well, I
Like,
mean, he did pretty good for himself.
yes, he did. I said this during the Attitude Era. This was the only man that could ever take out Vince McMahon. Nobody else, no other promoter could do it. Eric Bischoff had the opportunity, but what's the words that Dusty? He plundered it. So after Bischoff gives his report of no report,
Yeah,
following that, they showed that they had the Honky Tonk Man music video,
yeah. The grand arrival of the Honky Tonk Man.
who's 4 years
He's
out of his prime.
yeah. He's not gonna last very long.
Oh no, he's not going
Yeah,
to last at all. We're going to see him at a Clash, and then pretty much
yeah,
soon out the door, more than likely. However, I mean, it was funny to see, in
yeah.
the pink Cadillac and
Hmm.
all that stuff, and of course, the guy in the video, is that the Honky Tonk
Yeah, yeah.
Man? I don't know, man, but whatever. They brought him in. We'll see him at the next Clash, facing Johnny B.
Mm.
Bad. But I mean, am I supposed to be impressed by that?
No.
Now, next was Nick Bockwinkel stating that if Hogan cannot compete or step in the ring, as he put it, he would have to forfeit the title to Ric Flair. I thought that was bogus, but I can understand why he said that, because he does have the match. If he can't compete, then obviously you have to forfeit the title. But a lot of fans are pissed off. This is where Hogan all of a sudden, oh, my knee doesn't hurt. This is the start of I'm getting into the ring type nonsense. But yeah, Bockwinkel stated that if he cannot get into the
He's
ring,
got a
he'll have to
forfeit.
forfeit the title to Ric Flair.
How does that make sense? He got attacked.
Yeah, I know, and they're putting it on him.
Right.
I don't know. Then they showed what led up to the Dusty and Dustin teaming up. They showed at Bash of the Beach, Arn Anderson turning on Dustin Rhodes. He goes, I don't want no hug. Seal this with a hug and a kiss. And I'm like, oh man, that segment that the two of them did, I thought that was
It was
really
good. No, it
cool.
was really good. Yeah.
The father coming to his son's aid. Let's do this. Let's go whoop somebody's ass. And it was Dusty and Dustin Rhodes versus Terry Funk and Bunkhouse Buck. And this match was actually pretty good. Dusty still looked pretty good in the ring, even though he's pretty much past it at this point. But
Yeah.
he
Still.
still handled himself in the ring. Uh, Now during the match, naturally, this always happens. Dustin made the tag, but the ref didn't see it. And as the ref is trying to get Dusty out of the ring, Buck off the top of the rope accidentally hits Funk with the boot, who was holding Dustin. That's classic. Arn Anderson came down to the ring. He attacked Dustin and tripped up Dusty in the ring. This led to the disqualification. Dusty and Dustin Rhodes win the match. Uh, Bunk and Funk, like I said, were disqualified. Anderson DDT Dustin, and Dusty's face to face with Ming now. This was really cool. Goes and grabs a wooden chair,
Hmm.
hits Ming over the head with it, and it's just hanging there. I thought this was good stuff. I'm like, oh, I'm waiting for Bobby to say he's not human, but we didn't get that. He applies the Tonga grip to Dusty rather, which we
Damn.
didn't. They didn't have it named that yet, but it's come to be known as the Tonga grip. Frankie Lancaster comes down to help. Anybody? Frankie Lancaster? Anybody? No? Okay. I don't even know who this guy was, but he got laid out by Ming. But I love how Tony said, "We got Frankie Lancaster in the ring." Who?
Okay.
You couldn't get anybody else in the back. Who is this dude?
It's the best they could do, I guess.
I thought that was entertaining because he's like, "We got Frankie Lancaster in the ring." Why? Ming needs to whoop somebody else. No, man, that was funny. Following that, Eric Bischoff is still at the hospital with Hogan's attorney, Jimmy Hart and Brother Brudai. Attorney says Hogan should drop the title. Now, if your attorney's telling you this, you need to fire your attorney. Hogan wants to
Well,
wrestle.
I mean, he was telling him to drop the title because he didn't want him going out there risking further injury, not because it was right. So
Yeah, but still, I mean, I can understand where Hogan's coming from here.
yeah, he doesn't
He's
want
being told this, and he's like, "No, screw this. I'm gonna get in the ring,
to. Hmm.
and this will drive the fans up even more." So, and then of course, plus Mean Gene interviewed Ric Flair at this point. Flair won't accept the forfeit. He absolutely
Yeah,
will
he
not
wants
accept it.
he
He
wants him to
wants Hogan yes,
bring him the belt.
wants Hogan to hand him the belt. Well,
Okay.
that's still a forfeit.
Yeah, but it was
It,
he wants Hogan to like be embarrassed that he actually has to hand over the belt. He didn't want to just get the belt without Hogan being there handing it to him. That was the whole point.
oh, good old Nature Boy. So, of course, and then Mean Gene announces that Hogan is on his way back to the arena. So now here we go. We're not. He's not gonna. Well, I wish we go. He's not gonna. He's not laying down on this one. So the next match on the card was Antonio Inoki versus Lord Steven Regal, and this is happening a couple of months back, where Regal insulted Inoki and wound up literally, challenging him to a match. I thought this would be better on a pay per view than on a Clash, having Antonio Inoki, because
Yeah,
even at this
considering
point he's still a draw.
yeah,
And this is he's on his farewell tour at this point
hmm
because then he's going to fully go into politics.
hmm
The equivalent to our senators is what he was over there. And of course, they most of this match they focus on the whole Hogan thing because during the match, they cut to the back, and of course Hogan has returned to the arena. So, and then Nick Bockwinkel came down to the announce table. He during this match said Hogan will wrestle. Okay, great. We couldn't wait for this to be. You couldn't wait for this match to be done. You just got to like piss all over
yeah,
it.
yeah. Well,
Oh yeah, by the way, Inoki applied the
yeah.
sleeper hold to Regal and got the win. But we're all focused on Hogan returning, apparently during this match.
It's what it is, man.
This is what they were known for, and it's going to get even worse over the next few years with the NWO. You could have a great match in the ring, but they're going to talk about Hogan and Piper, or Hogan and Sting, or the NWO, or something. Meanwhile, you're not commentating a great match that
Hmm.
you have in the ring. I that was the only problem I had with Nitro during that time.
Right, as good as it was, yeah, I understand.
You're not giving the rest of your guys
Right,
the
right, right.
credit that they deserve.
And
You're
eventually,
focusing on the NWO.
it catches up to him eventually, yeah.
It does, unfortunately. So now we're on to our main event for the WCW Championship. It is Hulk Hogan defending the title in a rematch against the Nature Boy Ric Flair. Flair grabbed the mic before the match and said, "Hogan, bring me my belt." Yeah, he's going to bring a little bit more than that. Music's playing, no Hogan. Eventually, Hogan comes out with Jimmy Hart and Brother Brudai. He's limping. He's bandaged up, man. He's not looking good. Hogan immediately went after Flair, and the ref is letting everything
Yeah, he
go.
took it to him. It was actually a pretty good start to the match. He took it right. He probably figures I'm hurt. I got to take this guy out quick.
If I don't, the longer this goes, the more Hogan's in trouble, and the more that Flair can work on the knee.
Right.
And either the referee stops the match or he puts the figure four leg lock on him and it's over. And, Flair applied it to Hogan, and we knew it as soon as he got in there. He was going to try to do it. But eventually, Hogan powered out of the move. Now, if his knee is so bad as it is...
It's the immortal Hulk Hogan, man. It's the immortal. It just defies logic and everything else.
Some things just, I don't know. Anyway. You
gotta go with it.
Yeah, exactly. Hogan hit the big boot but fell. And again, we've seen this in plenty of matches where somebody's fighting with an injury, but they're selling the injury. I missed it. Did he didn't hit the big boot with the bad leg, did he?
I didn't notice.
Because if he was putting the weight on the bad knee, he would have never gotten the boot up. So I think he did hit it with the bad knee. Because if the injury is so severe, he wouldn't have been able to hold his body weight up. He hit the leg drop but couldn't get the pin. That was the other thing that happened.
Damn it.
Flair put the figure four on again, but this time, once again, Hogan reversed it. Sherry hit Hogan in the knee with her shoe. What is it with this shit? The shoes?
Yeah, there's something.
What are we doing here?
I don't know. The booking committee loves the shoes, man.
What do we need to do? Have a Foot Locker match?
I don't know.
I mean, what are we doing here? All with the shoes through 94 and 95. It's always the shoes. She's got a purse.
It's deadly.
With the shoe.
It's deadly.
Oh, my God. Hogan fell to the floor and was counted out. Yeah, I love it. That shoe impact just totally got him. Now, granted, he was at the rope and halfway out of the ring when she hit him. And then Hogan gets counted out. Ric Flair wins the match, but he does not win the title. Now, of course, Michael Buffer says he won the title.
Right, yeah.
Oh, here we go again with good old Mikey. Around this time, Mikey's doing good. Ref says he's not the champion. Buffer then says, "Oh, Flair was disqualified."
Right. Thank you.
He wasn't. Right, Michael, go to the back.
Thank you.
We got this. We
got
this.
Man. Rough night, right?
Where's Capetta? Where's Pinzer at this point? Because this is around the time they flip-flopped them out. Where are these guys? I'd rather hear it from them. Because I don't know. What's next for you?
But I'm surprised he didn't have
it's a draw.
But I'm surprised he didn't have the notes pre-written. He knew the results and he knew, you know what I mean?
Or you've seen enough matches to know what a DQ looks like.
I know, but I don't blame him for that because I think he doesn't care. He's just showing up for the paycheck. I don't think he's a wrestling fan. I really don't know. I'm just guessing.
Oh, he's a Kevin Nash. I'm just here for the money.
Yeah, I mean.
All right. In any event, the Masked Man came down and attacked Hogan. This one, I believe, was Arn Anderson.
Yeah, it was on.
And Tony even said, "Oh, that looks like Arn Anderson." Sting came down in half a tux.
Sting, yeah, he got there. Remember, he was en route. He finally made it.
He just happened to make it at this point.
And it's Sting.
He cleared the ring like he'll do so many times in so many arenas across the world in the next few years.
I don't even know why he saved Hogan. He just left him.
Because there was no Savage yet at this point, so Sting was his buddy.
You're right. Yeah, I forgot about that. You're right.
These are the boys from Venice Beach.
Right.
They gotta stand together.
Right.
Which I would have rather them on a one-on-one match. I was waiting for that when he got there.
This is before they have that whole Macho Man, Hogan, Sting,
and then Luger.
Yeah.
This one hates this. This one don't trust that one.
Right,
have a fatal four-way elimination match. Let's just get it over with.
Yeah.
In any event, Flair took the title. He's got possession of it now, and Hogan got back in the ambulance. All right, take me back to the hospital, brother. So, I mean, overall, I like the whole storyline thing. I mean, not the
It was entertaining.
Masked Man, but the way they executed the main event.
Yeah, it came off. It was good.
It was good.
It was fun.
Bad news, unfortunately, for Ricky Steamboat in this match, because that was one of the good matches. Unfortunate for Antonio Inoki and Steven Regal. They honestly really did not care for that match.
Right.
All they focused on was Hogan in the main event. Nasty Boys, Pretty Wonderful was a good match. Um, and of course, Dusty and Dustin getting back in the ring together.
That was cool.
I remember them 1991 Royal Rumble against
Right.
DiBiase and Virgil.
That's
They even
right.
looked good back then.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then for a father to come to the aid of his son, I loved it.
That was cool.
So this clash was pretty good. I
Yeah,
liked it.
it was fun. All right, that's a review. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. See you guys soon.
Take care.